I hope. Hold on, let me bring the microphone in closer. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I think we're streaming now. So, your man out of Japan, Jay Contra here. Today, we're going to be sort of going away. I was streaming a lot of SNES games, but I've hit a backlog of the games that I need to put onto the channel with the sort of the video reviews, retrospectives, whatever you want to call them. So I've also, along with streaming SNES games, I want to start streaming all of my Switch games. And so what I've got up now is my copy of the Capcom belt scrolling collection. And today we're gonna play Final Fight. Now what I think is great about this collection is it's not the SNES ports, it's not the SNES ports of these games. It is just ports of the arcade games themselves. Retro Moments, welcome to the stream. How's it hanging? You're in Nagoya, right? Am I correct with that? You know, Nagoya. I've only ever been to Nagoya once. It was one of the first trips I went on when I was in Japan, and I showed up for like a weekend. I think it was a 3-day weekend, and I went to a car museum. I think there was like a Nissan car museum, or it might have been just a generic car museum. I can't remember anymore. I went there, and then I went to, there's like a street in Nagoya, which is sort of like Nagoya's Akihabara, where it's like, it had like Mandarake, a Super Potato, and a couple of other places. And I remember that place very distinctly because that's the Mandarake where I bought Twilight Princess for. And that was that was pretty expensive at the time. It was about $50. Now I guess it's upwards of 70 sometimes. But I also don't think that Nagoya, from what I've read and people commenting to me, is that it doesn't even have like retro games anymore. That Mandarake in Nagoya. And that's the thing, is that not all Mandarakes in Japan have games. Like the one in Shibuya, it doesn't have any retro games at all. The one in like Osaka, like the Osaka Mandarake doesn't have any games.
The one in Ikebukuro is just doujinshi and idol merch.
Yeah. So George is saying that the one in Ikebukuro is just idol merch and doujinshi.
It's for women who want to win.
Is that because I think is that the Otome Road one, or what's that?
I don't know, but Commander Eki and Ikebukuro.
Yeah, there's one in the Ikebukuro area. There's also a Surugaya that has the same thing, where it's just all these like male idol goods. Welcome, Danny. Welcome. Wait, so Retro Moments, where are you now? I thought you were still in Nagoya. Hold on, I gotta change this is gonna be a bit dicey because normally I could control the stream and watch the gameplay at the same time. That's not showing up. Oh wait, did I put that in right? No, that's gotta be coming out. Hold on, I got it. No, that's gotta be...
Things you'd think you'd sort out pre-stream.
Well, I just got to... I shouldn't be doing this. Did I plug that in? Come on. See, because you guys can see it, but I can't see it. Yeah, that's that one. Where are you? Well, the thing is that it's showing up through the capture card, but it's not. Oh, Portugal. So wait, did you escape Japan? Did you make it out? What happened? No, because 3 is going to be your Chromecast. It can't be 1, can it? Vacation. So wait, do you still have a job in Japan, or like how do you? Because like, so this is some, huh? Yeah, that's the thing, is that this is what drew me, like, this is what made me absolutely insane. And it's actually like if you want some inside baseball, I actually sort of got approached about a job back in Japan. And part of me is honestly just like, know. Like, I don't even know if I really want to go back to Japan just because of like it's just. So if you're not if you're in this if you're in the stream and you're not familiar with the situation, back in like April when coronavirus really started happening in Japan, they stopped basically all foreigners from entering Japan. And this is true of not just people who are showing up on a tourist visa, but also for people who held work permits, work visas, who were longtime residents of Japan, and even in a lot of cases, from what I've heard, permanent residents were being blocked from boarding flights to Japan. And to me, it is just so emblematic of just how Japan will, at every stage possible, just tell foreigners that we don't care about you, we actually don't even really want you here. And so that's why even, like, you know, thinking about going back to live or work, I'm just like, oh my god, I don't need, like, even if I had, like, permanent residency, I wouldn't have even been allowed back in.
Because the thing is, you're knocking about here with your weird accent all the time and no one bats doesn't care.
I mean, it's true that they'll, I don't know, like, sometimes they'll say,
Are you American and Canadian?
Yeah.
Occasionally, but really no one cares.
Oh, of course, it's not even the one that's plugged in. Alright.
That would help.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna get this bad boy started. Don't worry, everything's under control.
Very much.
It is, I figured out what's wrong and done.
Just take out the protocol.
No, I got it. Okay. Alright. Okay, Retro, without getting into too specific, like, what are you doing? What friend's company is going on in Nagoya? Alright, hold on, let's see. There we go. I think this is gonna work. Can I do this? Okay, there we go. Let's see, who did I play as last time? Let's just go through. I want to see if we can actually clear it with all three of these guys. So what am I going to do? Oh, alright. Well, the decision has already been made for me. Let me turn this down a bit. If I don't want the audio going over two different channels. Yeah.
I like Hacker.
Have you beaten Final Fight?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I remember very distinctly playing Final Fight after we had done Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
Because Streets of Rage came second, right? Like, Final Fight was first.
I don't know. 95, I think.
I do remember reading an article somewhere that said that Final Fight was not a direct ripoff of Final Fight. But it, like, Streets of Rage was not a direct ripoff of Final Fight. But it's like, maybe it just kind of is.
Well, Streets of Rage 1 is nothing like Final Fight.
I mean, the aesthetic is basically the same. It's New York in urban decay. Because also put this in, something people need to remember about Final Fight is sort of like the era in which it was created, and same goes for Streets of Rage, which was like what, 91? So Final Fight came out in 89, and what you have to remember is, especially when you look at the movies of the time, everyone was convinced that cities were going to be these hotbeds of just crime and evilness, and it was, of course, like connected to like racism and everything in the United States. And like, I think RoboCop is another really good example of this, where people were just convinced that cities were going to be unlivable hellholes, and why would you even live there? And then, of course, here we are in 2020 when it's the exact opposite. Actually, it's the cities where that's where everyone makes money and they're actually safe. But that was...
Final Fight is 89 and Streets of Rage is 91.
Yeah, so this is coming from a crazy time. I mean, it just, like, it doesn't make any sense anymore. If you had to explain to someone, and I felt like if we were going to explain to, like, a teenager that Final Fight takes place in New York City, they'd be like, I don't understand what you're talking about. New York City is great. Doesn't look anything like this.
They said we should play co-op.
Co-op?
Chat, but the truth is that John doesn't let me touch the thing beyond.
I thought you said you liked being a mystery.
I don't want my face on screen, but I'm playing.
Yeah?
I don't mind playing,
Well, I mean, I could put you on the, I've got the, well, because we got all kinds of controllers, though.
Yeah, you'd have to sort me out.
I could set you up with the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Or maybe after you do it, whatever. I haven't played Final Fight Rage yet.
I mean, it's,
Actually, pretty
it's,
good, but I do like Streets of Rage, so.
it's not complicated.
Yeah, but being good at it is.
I think the difference, though, is because in Streets of Rage, you have your like bomb attack, right? And in the police special, but in Final Fight, you have the I don't even know what to call it, like desperate attack, where it
Yeah.
takes a little bit of your health to use, but you like
It's much bigger health. Yeah, they put that in Streets of Rage 2, which is worse than Streets of Rage 1. Well, no, not according to what we've been doing.
yeah.
But also, your sprite is very small in Streets of Rage,
Yeah.
which are like much more space.
And you would think much harder for your co-op player to hit, but I would constantly hit George when I was playing.
One's meant to stay at the top and one's meant to stay at the bottom, but you don't seem to understand that rule. I don't know if you can hit each other by one, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done Final Fight co-op.
Well, you're on your second credit anyway.
Second credit?
Without your credits.
Yes. Well, because I just want to know, like, I've always been fascinated by the console ports of arcades, especially ones that let you use as many credits as you want, because then I want to see, like, how much would it have cost me if I was in the arcade at the time? How much would it have cost me to beat Final Fight?
Well, in America, is it really important?
It's, you put quarters in, but sometimes it's like you need, like, 2 credits to play, or like on like the big machines you need 4 credits to play. But for a game like Final Fight, I do not know how much that would have cost. Let's see, Danny's saying New York is suffering. I've heard, I've heard that because of the lockdowns, like the murder rate in America has actually gone up.
Why? Like the less than you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Uh,
Because
Yeah, I
people are
think
sort
that
of
makes
trapped
sense.
in with each other.
yeah.
Does anybody have any Final Fight tips? Because my general strategy is just to, like, punch people. But I don't know if there's any, like, special moves, especially as Guy, because most of my experience is with the Super Nintendo version, which does not have Guy.
I know.
All right, here we are.
300, yeah.
Here we're on credit 3.
I know that you're meant to try and group them together so that they can't attack you from both sides.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's good about Streets of Rage is that you can turn around very quickly and do it. Streets of Rage 1 anyway, Streets of Rage 2 is quite weird. And explain all the reasons why Streets of Rage 2 is weird. No, but yeah, you want to try and group them together. So
Yeah, see, like, this is bad. I don't want them both on...
Yeah.
I don't want them on both sides.
So also you're moving too fast across the screen so that it's possible you want to try and get rid of the ones.
Well, yeah, well, that's, I think the trick is I was trying to get them all on the same side, and then it just kept let me move right so much.
Yeah.
And then, like, Andre comes in and really wrecks me. I'm no good against Andres.
Yeah, that guy is Next Hollywood.
I love the names. I wish...
Yeah, I think
When was... No, because, let's see. Bare Knuckle, they came out with 4, right? Streets of Rage 4 came out.
I haven't played that, no, actually, that would be fun if we did that, actually.
Yeah, Final Fight is the real one. Like, the last Final Fight, as far as I remember, is the one that came out for the Sega Saturn, and it's not even a beat 'em up. It's like a really bad 3D fighting game.
Final Fight Streetwise 2006.
What was that for?
That's the link. PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2. Wow, what was that? So we were on credit $4, 400 yen.
Yeah. This was a full kind of final game. And it was not released in Japan.
Wow, there was Final Fight 1, 2, Guy, and Tough. Which, well, Tough I think was 3 in the U.S. And actually, that's another thing is I think in America, Final Fight Guy is really expensive, but in Japan it's like a $20 game. And Tough is really expensive, no matter where you are. Let's see, Dave Coakley, welcome to the stream. Which version is this? Yes, this is the Belt Collection game.
They can't call Belt Collections free, do they?
It is an insane deal where you get, what is it, like 7 games?
Yeah.
And 2 of which have like never been ported to a console before. One of them's like really, I think actually both of them are pretty good. And one of them's really unique. Like you're like this robot, like mobile suit. Is that what, credit 5?
Yeah, 500 yen. If I play though, my only rules I have.
Okay.
I really like it. And,
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the plot of Final Fight. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go collect my women's.
Yeah, well you gotta get Hager's daughter, right?
Yeah, but it's Hager's daughter, so I like that. I like that.
But doesn't Cody like, isn't he like, oh,
I thought that's what they're both trying to do, Guy and Cody. They're both-
I think Guy and Cody like fight each other at the end of at the end of the arcade version they do. I don't know if Guy is even like present in the Super Nintendo version.
You are Guy now.
Yeah, but this is the arcade version. That's what's nice about the belt scrolling collection is it's just all the arcade versions, not the trimmed down Super Nintendo ports.
Okay.
Because it's got like Captain Commando on it, which is like apparently like really different. Because when they ported it, they had to like make a lot of graphical changes.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of similarities, like, you know, that beam looks really similar. But I think Streets of Rage changed enough that it looks good.
Yeah, and I mean the concepts are pretty fundamental to all, scrolling beat 'em ups. Oh, this guy sucks. Sodom sucks.
He's got 4 arms.
He's got
Holding a
swords.
beard, yeah.
So the thing with Sodom, if you haven't played Final Fight, is that you can't take him on with your fists. You have to grab him and you have to throw him, because otherwise he just wrecks you.
Can you take him back 600 yen?
600, we're at credit 6.
Can you take him back?
It's really hard because he's really fast.
Can you pick up his sword?
Yes, you can. But then he's so fast. He's just gonna like charge into you like that. And he's gonna wreck you. Come on. You see, you can pick up the swords, but then yeah, he just charges at you. And maybe if you're a much better gamer than I am, you could probably take him out
I think
with his
I
swords.
haven't finished this to be fair, but I think
Yeah,
But I remember this.
yeah. And I think he's called something different in the English.
Probably because of Sodom.
Was that 7?
700 yen.
700 yen? How are you supposed to stop it from charging you?
Get oh, we're almost done anyway.
Yeah.
Get
No, I got him. All right, so that's 7.
We're at 700.
We're at 700, and we made it past the second stage. I gotta focus. I gotta get this sound effect after. We'll show you. I don't want to spoil it.
Get the pie.
I don't believe the pipe actually makes that much of a difference. Come on. Come on. I got 8 seconds. 7,
I think the wrong
6.
thing any
Oh, I'm not. I mean, I guess maybe I would have avoided that. Oh, did I blow it up? No. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, I didn't get... Because when you actually completely total the car, the guy comes in and he says, oh, my God.
Okay, sure.
I missed it.
Well, you were doing loads where you weren't damaging it.
I know. That was my mistake. So I think what is probably the best way to get everyone on the same side is just to throw them, right?
Yeah, throw dodge or stay near one side of the screen.
Yeah, because my problem is now I've got Andre Jr. on the left, and he's really hard to get a grip on. So gotta keep on. See, and then, yeah, he just charges at you. Hold on, okay. Now I've got them all on the right. I should, if I can just keep on punching, I should be all right. Megalong69, welcome to the stream. Saying while you live in the UK, you should get the Amiga CD32. 175 CD games. Some of them are pretty good. I'm gonna try and hold to my no matter what happens, unless we go to Japan next year, which probably we will. I am not buying video games for the rest of 2020 and all of 2021. Whether or
How
not,
that goes.
and I think if I go to Japan, I'm just gonna focus on GameCube and Dreamcast. I'm not gonna look at anything else as much as I want Super Famicom games. And we'll see. I might also not have any money at that point. So even if I wanted to buy games, I will not be able to. Although I do have some secret ambitions that we'll see what happens with those. So yeah, now I'm not getting them on the same side, which is a mistake. No, opposite. Opposite. That was I brought that upon myself. I also don't entirely understand, and I think this is also true of Streets of Rage, is I don't understand the difference, like how you can tell if you're going to throw a knife versus just stab with it.
In Streets of Rage, just some knives are throwing knives, some knives are stabbing.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
There might be some specific thing, but it's not obvious.
What is that, 8? 8 credits?
800 yen. Taking my job away.
I'm an immigrant taking your job.
Yeah, kick you out.
I mean that's happening anyways. I got 2 more months.
Bloody fuck.
Come on, come on. Now the only way I've ever been really successful against the Andres is doing the jump kick. Because that way, at least when they charge you, you can knock them out. Like, and there's especially when you have to fight both of the Andre Juniors. I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, it's this one. Although I did find a trick in the Super Nintendo version. If you can hang out in a particular spot, you can knock them out. See, you don't. Yeah, I think even going for the weapons might be a fool's mistake. Is that credit 9?
Bloody hell! I'm gonna smack you in a minute.
Are you gonna smack me like Andre Jr.?
900 yen. Let me do my job.
All right, so you're in charge
I
of credits.
One job, and you're like, oh, 910.
Like, look at that! They just do one drop on you, and you lose half your health.
That's the point of the boss. Like the levels are to draw you in so you like it, and then the bosses are to take all your money. And it's the sunken cost fallacy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to pick this one.
There we go. Done. Let's see. Wow, we got a lot of new people in the channel. Sarah Love, welcome. What is this game called? This is Final Fight. This is the arcade version. There have been several other versions that have been created. Cutie for you. Welcome
back.
back. Not just a robot. I'm now at least at the level of YouTube celebrity that I do get spam being posted in the comments sometimes. Oh, that guy, El Gato. Come on. Oh, Poison making an appearance. Oh yeah, I couldn't tell. Cause there's like Poison and Roxy. Roxy has like the orange hair. I think I might prefer Roxy actually. Yeah, the pink is good, but I think I'm more partial to red hair. Come on, just gotta focus. Gotta focus. Oh, now this is where you use the ultra kick. I don't know if that's the official term, but it's my term. The super? Yeah. Well, super to me would sound like it's something that I would charge up and that I would not take damage from. A desperation kick? Oh, this guy sucks too. Eddie sucks. Like, I don't know even what to do against him.
His name's not Eddie, it's Eddie E.
Eddie E. Well, that's his full name. I can still call him Eddie. We are on a first name basis. And then especially once he gets really low on health, he like starts just shooting a gun. It's like, what am I supposed to do against that? That's what kills me about the final boss too.
1,000 yen.
That's 10 credits.
It's just what the police do.
Yeah. See, now he's shooting the gun, and thankfully the gun, I think, also hits your enemies as well. There is friendly fire with the gun. And you can't... It's very difficult to actually even punch him.
Oh, wow, he just burned them up.
Yeah. There we go. Boom. I like how, yeah, you throw them, they do the drop animation, they stand back up, and then they collapse. Let's see, Cutie4U saying, don't forget the Castlevania collection for the Switch in 2020. Yeah, that's maybe one of the few American Switch games that I will actually buy, because I doubt they're going to have a Japanese release of it. And I think it includes all of the Japanese games anyways, which would be really great. Although I do think the selection is kind of limited because it's pretty much just the, sort of like the pre-Igavanias. So it's like Castlevania 1, 2, 3, and like Super. It might have Castlevania Bloodlines though, which would be great because I really want to play that. And what I really want to get is Circle of the Moon, the Bloodstained game, but I also don't want to pay $120 for it.
What do you want about $120? It's like $10.
No, the physical. I don't download video games.
Curse of the Moon anyway, so
I thought it was, oh no, Circle of the Moon is the Game Boy Advance game.
I've played it, it's not that good.
Oh yeah?
I wasn't that into it.
Well, I mean, have you played the original Castlevania?
No.
It seemed to me to basically just be that, except, more complicated, a little bit more complicated.
No, it's alright, it's semi-decent, but it did stick a bit too close to the NES Castlevania 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, George is gonna be
Get
doing
rid of
that.
the old.
What was that one? There was a guy, I'm going off track here, but there was like an indie game that was basically just being Castlevania. I only know this because I was at Bit Summit when some guy was getting interviewed about it. I even played it. I can't even remember what it is now. Yeah. Well, no, but this is... No, because it was 8-bit-ish.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go. All on one side, so we're keeping them on one side, and we're just punching. This is the best we can do.
I mean, Time Spinner is just Castlevania.
No, it wasn't Time. I definitely know it wasn't Time Spinner. You, played as a lady?
Time Spinner.
What?
And you have 1,100.
We're at 11 credits.
Why are you doing that? It's working out.
Come on, come on.
Time Spinner's good. Recommend that. But yeah, it's basically a copy of Symphony of the Night. But it's not a bad copy of Symphony of the Night.
Well, so, but there's a difference between Symphony of the Night and the original Castlevanias.
Yes, I know that.
Now I got a desperate attack. There we go. Can anyone tell me what the jump kick is effective for?
It does a lot of damage.
I actually don't think it does. Not on a damage per second basis. Let's see. Sorry about not reading chat. Let's see. Clemens, Bloodstained, yeah, you know, and then because Curse of the Moon 2 is coming out soon, right? Or no, it's out. It's out, but I want the physical version. No, it is not. Eventually, it will.
1,200.
Get them all on the same side. I need them on the same side. Come on, no. Oh, and now my leg's falling asleep. Oh, this is what happens when you get old. Come on, come on, no.
Oh my god, we had a Casio Loopy.
Yeah, I've got it at home somewhere.
Is your ambition FM Town Marty, which I don't know. Casio Loopy. But Casio Loopy we know well. I can't remember, but I was very obsessed with Casio Loopy.
We never even got it to turn on. Like, we didn't get the,
we didn't have the right cable.
We didn't have the AC adapter. And I've seen it in the box occasionally. But yeah, the one thing we're missing is the AV, because the AV cables are just the normal,
well, we've got a game and a controller and everything.
Yeah. Now, Rolento, he ends up just moving super fast and is almost impossible to hit. And then he just throws grenades to be a jerk.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Like, look at this. But you gotta use his shadow. That's the trick, is to get his shadow. Come on, oh. And then you just get, like, blasted in the face. Well, then the other thing about Final Fight is that, especially with the Super Nintendo version, is that they only give you, like, 4 credits. And if you can't beat it in those 4 credits, you just gotta practice it, like, again and again.
But that's the same with any game of that era.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you're right that the jump kick does do, like, maximum damage. The only problem is that it's just so slow.
But also, I think you're shielding while you do it.
Oh, 3 seconds. Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Okay, alright. Let's see. So, Megalong, in response to your question,
I don't know what the Marty is.
the FM Towns Marty was a super expensive, I'm pretty sure CD-based, although, correct me if I'm wrong, was just a sort of like obscure Japanese console that was released in the early 90s. I've only ever seen a controller for it. And it sort of looks like an upgraded, like, Turbo Duo. But it's obviously much more than that. I don't think there were a ton of games released for it. Okay, get them all. Yes, get them all to the right side. And just keep punching.
But I was interested in Casio Loopy because I'm interested in the history of gaming promoted solely for women.
Yeah, the Loopy definitely is a very curious console.
Well, I mean, it's purple.
Yes. Almost on the level of the translucent pink Dreamcast.
Hello Kitty.
The Hello Kitty Dreamcast, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was made exclusively for girls. It had all, like...
It had like a sticker printer built in,
yeah,
right?
sticker printer and $14. And all the games that had like, it had an ultimate game and stuff for it. So yeah, pretty dope system, pretty much.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons I got into Vita in Japan.
Is it because only the booby anime games got ported?
No, all the Ultimates got ported.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's loads of Ultimate games for English. But,
Well, I wonder why it didn't take off then.
I think just Japanese women are more likely to play video games than Western women as a rule, I think. And Japanese women are more likely to read Ultimate than Western women.
Maybe, maybe. That's real. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, arcade Final Fight. Maybe I'm not sure about streaming SNES games for a little bit, just because the way I've been doing videos for YouTube, I've actually sort of got this weird backlog of ideas versus games that I can play on stream. The SNES Final Fight is good, but I definitely, especially after playing this version, I think the arcade version is just better. It's got the sprites are better, the graphics are cool. You can play as Guy. Although, possibly I might stream the Super Nintendo version. I haven't made a decision on that quite yet. Nope. All right, here we go. So we got to get them. We got to get out from the middle of these guys, and we can do that a couple of ways. One, by throwing that guy over. Just keep on punching. Nope. 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 Yeah. And that's, I think, the thing that I think I especially need to learn to get better at in Final Fight is grappling. I think that can be a real key. Being able to manipulate your enemies and use space is essential.
Because I'm watching GBQ at the moment, there's a really good one on Streets of Rage 2, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Like, they do it so fast. They use the space perfectly.
Well, because they're also playing the game for like 200 hours.
Well, yeah, but I just mean it's amazing to watch what you can do with it. Because he almost never takes damage and
You know how you see those like 1-credit runs of like shooters
Yeah,
and
that is, like,
arcade games? I'm just baffled by how people can do that. I cannot focus. There's only a few games that I've ever spent, more than 50 or 100 hours on.
Well, I've done Streets of Rage, 1 credit, Sonic.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Well, in the Genesis one, you only get 3 credits anyway.
In Streets of Rage, can you adjust the lives you get per credit?
No, you get 3. You get 3 lives, and you can collect more, but you can't get more continues.
I need to grab him. Grab him!
But you just get better as it the more you play. But I
Yeah.
can't do it one person.
Ah, shoot. What number are we on now?
$15.
I'm trying to, Georgina has been very helpful tracking the number of credits that we're using to get through the game. Because I want to see how expensive it would have been if I was a kid.
Well, how much did the Switch game cost you?
The Switch, the collection costs like 3,500 yen. So about like $30.
See how much this game costs.
Oh, I mean, it's going to be like 30, I can guarantee it. And I think the real thing is I want to see if in one sitting, in a few hours, if we can reduce that number, if we can actually get better. Oh, this is where they were like, oh my God, look at the graffiti.
Sexy.
I hope YouTube doesn't ban.
Oh yeah, it says sexy like 3 or 4 times.
Nope, get him. One side. Come on, you're going to the right. Going to the right. Okay, gotta send you to the right. No, or do you go to the left? Need to make a decision. Come on. Nope, to the right. There we go.
You should
Okay.
play Streets of Rage though, because I have it on PS4.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we do have the controller, so it is possible.
Did you hear your boy Ultra Healthy Video Gamer retires from YouTube?
Yeah, I told you this.
That's
Oh, Megalog. Yeah, yeah. This is because I had just found out about him like a couple weeks ago when I was doing Magical Poppin' research. And it's weird because he was living in the middle of nowhere, Japan, and so I only just found about him after I had left Japan.
anywhere near us.
He was in Okayama, I think. Okayama's after Hiroshima, right?
Around that area.
I think so, yeah.
Hiroshima and Osaka,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but he wants to develop a video game, so that's what he wants to spend his time on. Like, I've had ambitions to develop a game, but I have no inkling that I could ever actually do it. So that's why you want to make an otome?
Yeah, I'd be dope with it. I'd make it
Come on.
right.
Come towards the sword. Come towards the sword. Oh my god. Oh. I'm really bad at not getting hit by the fire, the torches. Did I get? Okay, well at least I didn't catch on fire. That's one thing I have going for me. Come on. Nope. All right. Yeah, not that time. Not this time. One thing I've also not been able to square, and I'm sure people have pointed this out before, but I don't understand why they have names as if they're characters, but then there's 300 of them. Like, is it like a class of enemy?
Yeah, it's the class. But that's what makes it good, isn't it?
Because they do actually, if you look at the Final Fight manual for the Super Famicom, they each have their own personalities. So it's sort of like
Every single one should.
16? All right. 1,600 yen. That's how much it would have cost me in Japan to get this far if I was playing this on the arcade machine.
I don't know, some let you play for it, yeah.
Yeah, but this was back in the
If you were
90s.
in the day, but maybe now you can play this in the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
There's in Fukuoka where I used to live, there's a guy, and he owns an apartment, and he sort of changed it into a retro game store, but
Oh, yeah?
everything's really expensive, so nobody buys anything. But he has 10 arcade machines in the back, and everything's 50p a play, and you just see people sat there all the time. I think he just does it large.
Who is this?
I don't know, but it's in North Tangier.
Oh, you didn't know this guy. You just heard about it.
No, I went there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and sometimes if you're just there, you'll just pop 50p's in the machine.
Oh, wow.
So you can play.
What kind of games did he have for sale?
He had everything, but he didn't have Vita, so that's why I wasn't.
Well, so, yeah,
But
absolutely
it's only
pointless.
Retro, older than Vita. But he had some consoles just stacked up and stuff. But yeah, it was overpriced. But yeah, I think he just did it as a hobby.
Let's see, Megalong's saying you should buy the Switch Namco collection. It has Famicom games like Splatterhouse and 11 others. Where is that available? Is that a Japanese release? I've not seen that. There's just so many collections out now.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's the weird thing is that Virtual Console died and then everyone just decided to instead release these collections.
Well, the Switch online is pretty good because it's very cheap. It's £8 a year.
Yeah, that's also
and you
true.
can play Super Metroid and other games that are really expensive. I actually wanted to finish Super Metroid. I never played it.
Super Metroid's really good. I've got it physical. Now, where's the other guy? Is this the only guy?
Yeah, I think it's just like
Okay.
2p.
And then I have to deal with these really tall dudes. Abigail.
Wow.
Oh, that's where, okay, yeah, when he charges up like that, that's when you can jump kick him.
17
If you time it right, you can either punch him or you can jump kick. Like that, yeah. Nope. And then he just grabs you and he throws you away. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Come on. What are we on now?
17. Is there an English patch for ActRaiser?
An English patch for ActRaiser? I mean, ActRaiser had an English version, so just find that.
18 dollars.
That quickly I died?
Yeah.
I thought it was, wait, was it 17 just before?
Yeah, because you weren't dead when you asked how many it was. You were still
Oh.
alive. You were on
Oh,
17th
really?
when you
Oh,
died.
okay. Nope, come on. Ow. Also makes it exceptionally harder when you've got all of these guys coming after you. Doesn't fight fair. The trick with the jump kick, though, is that you can't do it too far away. You gotta time it properly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just, like, land on the ground right as he's charging at you. And that is no fun. Oh, but the Desperate Attack does do a lot of damage against the bosses, I will say.
Never listen to me.
Let's see.
Namco Collection is Japanese release, but Namco
Let's see.
Collection is new. Oh, Namcot Collection is Japanese
Hmm.
release, but Namco Collection is US release. I got both. I suppose that's JP version, have Famicom Master has the US version, has arcade style.
Blame, welcome to the stream. It's getting lighter. We're getting towards the end.
There's only 2 stages left.
Yeah. Who's the boss on this one?
Oh, I don't know.
I just played this a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah? You finish it?
I did, yes. Yeah, I finished all of the
All of it?
games on the collection.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really want to play through all of my Switch games. That's, I think, my immediate stream goal is going to be to stream all of my Switch games, including all of their component games.
Yeah, I should do all my PS4 because I've not got many of those. I've got less than 10
Yeah.
that I've not played.
Do you want to set up a Twitch channel?
I mean, I should do really.
Yeah, you can with the PlayStation will work with my capture card. And you ordered that splitter, right?
Yeah.
So you could stream Switch games as well using the software.
Well, I just don't have time.
Yeah, that's true. You could stream on the weekends. I could do streaming during the week, and you could do streaming during the weekends.
Maybe. Depends. I want to do work in it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Someone
Come on.
start something before I know how it's going to
My problem with Andre is that
go. Dinner with Andre.
my dinner with Andre is that the easiest way to do, or the way to do maximum damage to Andre is to flip him. But then your risk reward is that he can very easily just grab you and flip you.
Yes.
Whereas the simplest way to do damage to him is to just keep on jump kicking him.
Quite the
but-
Sophie's choice.
But the problem with the jump kick is that it's really slow and it takes a long time.
You going up to the box?
This is, yeah, oh, I didn't realize this is the last stage.
Oh yeah? I thought there was one more.
No, I'm 90% sure the boss is at the end of this.
I could be wrong.
Come on, come on. I'm not doing combos wrong, am I? I don't think so. Flip up.
Streets of Rage doesn't have combos, but I don't know if it exists.
I don't think, aside from just the regular punch combos, I don't believe it does. Yeah, come on, come on.
Yeah, they're odd 'cause they look like bosses, but they're more like little mini bosses.
Who, Andres?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just annoying. I don't know if I'd even call them mini bosses. Now this guy is gonna, come on, yep, right, on the right side. There we go. Oh, shoot.
$20.
Now I've got to clear, if I could clear out the little ones, then I could take on the Andres by flipping them. But I can't flip the Andres and deal with the number of enemies that are on the screen at the same time. Because I want to say that the damage multiplier is bigger with the Andres when you flip them than it is if you were flipping the other enemies, but I'm not actually sure. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know if I would need to consult a speedrunner on that. Oh, almost walked into that one. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I wasn't even touching the ground on that one, my dude.
Yeah, but didn't the flamies get
I think if the flamies can get you in the air, then I'll buy it.
Oh, no. Again, this is a game that's my specialty.
Yeah. Are there any beat 'em ups for the Vita?
Like side-scrolling?
Yeah.
Phantom Brave is meant to be good. I've got it, obviously, but I've not played it yet. That actually was play on my list.
Yeah.
That's the only one I...
Okay.
There's got to be more, but that's just the first one that comes to mind.
Jump.
I might look through my list of games I've played.
Shoot.
Let me get my pocketbook out.
They actually changed. They actually aimed for you? I thought they just randomly threw the...
I think
Oh
they
my
aim for you,
God.
yeah.
Didn't realize. I thought just as long as you sort of stayed out of their way, you'd be fine, but apparently not.
To be fair, not a lot of names come to mind if I think of side-scrolling games.
Oh, here we go. I remember this theme. That's what the...
$21.
I will give Streets of Rage the definite advantage in terms of music. Like, you can't... The Streets of Rage 1 soundtrack is incomparable. Whereas the Final Fight music, it's fine. Is this just a sped up version of the first stage theme?
It might be.
You know, I could definitely tell in Bloodstained. So I beat Bloodstained today. That was the big achievement, probably of the week. But you could definitely tell towards the end, you could tell, especially when you get to like the Lair of the Behemoths, and people who've played Bloodstained will know what I'm talking about. But like that's definitely where they were like, we got to get this game done. Let's just make it happen.
I was gonna say the Vanillaware games. You probably could call side-scrolling beat 'em ups. Like Odin Sphere.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
Massive Evil,
Yeah.
And Dragon's Crown.
Would you say that the Senran Kagura games are beat 'em ups?
Well, it depends because I'm trying to think of another series that's similar to it. Senra and Kagura is just like the name of the girls with the big tits.
Yeah.
And then there's like a cooking game. There's loads of different. Genres.
Whoa, there's a lot of dudes.
So I think one of them is side-scrolling beat 'em up, but I don't know
Yeah.
the series that well.
Oh shoot.
But just anything with those girls with big tits is Senra.
Right. I've only ever played the first one.
I haven't played any. I only own one, in fact.
I thought there were loads of them though
Yeah,
for the
there's
Vita.
hundreds. Yeah, but I only own one. I only own Estival, I think.
Is it because you hate the Vita?
Yeah, it's because I hate the Vita. So
I'm saying there's a very clear Vita
Well, there is
franchise that you haven't
things
collected.
It was quite late in the day before I even bought any of the Lego games.
Gotta
and
grab
I
him, gotta
still-
grab him.
I still don't have them.
Ow.
I only have a couple.
I couldn't see him.
And it was late in the day as well before I got any of the Sword Art games. And
What are the Sword Art games? Like, what even are they? Like, what kind of games? Are they action
they
games?
can be like MMO.
Are they actually an MMO?
Well, they were, but I don't consider this slow. But you can play them like single player anyway. You know, like
Yeah,
play
like
Warcraft.
Phantasy Star.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, they're sort of like that, yeah.
Okay, I've got them all on the right of the screen, so I've got that going for me. And then this guy comes along. Come on, desperate attack. There we go. Sometimes it makes more sense to deal a lot of damage to your enemies, and you take a little bit of damage. Instead of getting grabbed by one of your enemies, you do no damage to your enemies, and they do lots of damage to you. The math checks out.
Shantae's half genie hero is a little bit of a side scrolling, but it's classic.
Is that for Vita?
Yeah, that one's
Let's see.
$22 at the moment.
Dazrael is saying Muramasa is god tier on the Vita, such an excellent game.
Yeah. I'm not playing that actually. I've only played the Odin Sphere of those three, but I will play it.
I've played for the PS3. I played what's the one with the sorceress that's got the
Dragon's
knockers?
Crown.
Dragon's Crown. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's not loads, but then it's not that big a genre.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because it peaked with Streets of Rage, so what's the point of trying to make another game? Come on, there we go. Yep. Now, keep the door at your back. Keep the door. No. Oh, yeah, okay. That was good. Oh, they got me. I'm gonna eat one more hit and I'm dead. Oh. Is this the last one? All right, then we go. Here we go. This is it. No, wait. Nope, never mind. Maybe it's after this one.
Oh, and we were talking today about slaying back from hell.
Slain back from hell.
It's like the hard rock one.
What?
I mean, it's not strictly soul-scrolling, but you have like a sword, and it's all about parrying. Like you have to be very good at parrying.
Oh no, I'm not good at that. I'm too tense to parry correctly.
Yeah, it's very good because it's the rhythm of the game is like how you manage to play it essentially. If you can't play on rhythm, then you can't do it essentially. It's too hard.
Yeah.
So you've got to get a very good rhythm to do it. It was like 100 tries.
That doesn't sound like it's the game for me.
23?
Yeah, 23, something around there.
It might be 23.
Come on.
Give you the benefit of
shoot.
the doubt.
I'm getting swarmed. I'm getting swarmed here. And of course, it's like the combination of all of the worst. At least there's no fire, guys. They're the worst. As much as I dislike the Andres, the fire guys really do me in. I think the knives in Final Fight, they're just all throwing knives.
Maybe. Yeah, again, I haven't played it. No. They make Dazrael as good taste if he stay in Muramasa. That's
Yeah, here we
actually
go.
one game that I don't have physical, which would be
Come on, no, just get him to get the chair. Get the chair. He's so fast. Yep. Oh, shoot. Come on. Oh, my God. And then he just punches me in the face. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. How are you supposed to catch him? I've done this before. I know it's possible. I just don't remember how I did it. There we go. I do physically grab him out of the chair. And then his, like, repeating... his crossbow turns into a machine gun. And I don't know what else. Can you grab him at all? At least the arrows hit the enemies too. 25. Can you grab the boss? No, I think he like jumps out of your grab. I'm asking. It's a rhetorical question. I'm just
It's very similar to the Streets of Rage boss, though, in that way. He just like showers alone. He's got crossbows on me, but
yeah.
The Streets of Rage guys are going and he just like showers a whole screen of bullets, and it's like, well, fuck me then. I'm sorry, am I allowed to swear? Or will you get
It's yeah. YouTube's gonna come after us. See, like how like you cannot move fast enough to dodge his arrows. Woo!
26
So that would have cost, yeah, $26 to clear.
That's a hacker.
Oh, Daddy!
Is
Did Hammy come down here?
No. Ah, Jessica.
Yoku buji de ite kureta. Tsuma ni shinare.
Too late.
Yeah.
Not got my glasses on.
Can't see anything without your
Well, I
glasses.
couldn't really tell the 1010s at that time.
Yeah.
It sort of blended in.
Whew. Alright, we're not stopping. I'm not
Go
stopping.
to the toilet, then maybe we...
Okay, alright, George is gonna go. I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna get the controller ready.
Yeah, get me a controller
Alright.
and then I'll play hacker.
Yeah.
Don't let me get on screen though.
Hold on, yeah, let me, alright, yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna take a short break. I need to get George's controllers ready. And then we're gonna do some co-op. I'm pretty sure George's gonna play Hagar. And then I'm going to play as Cody, I think. Let me make sure I get this right. Yank! Ah. So I will be controlling using the Pro controller, and George will be using the Joy-Cons. Yeah, these should work. Hold on, let's put it in. Huh? Oh, yeah, you have to do it. I was doing up and down. I should have been doing right to left. Oh, didn't have enough time to do that. Let's see. Oh, nope. That's not the right button. So Final Fight, I would recommend anybody who's watching this should probably, if you've got a Switch, I think the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection. I actually don't. The Beat 'em Up bundle, is that what it's called in English? It's great. There is not really a bad game on it. And actually, let's go. Hold on, can we go? How do you get out of this? No, I don't. No. Opposite. I want to go back. I want to load. I want to look at the games. Yes. So let's look at the games. So it's got the arcade version of Final Fight, which is great. The King of Dragons is, like, fine. It's okay. It's still fun to play. Captain Commando was, like, I had seen Captain Commando in all of the video game shops that I went to, but I just never got around to picking it up. I didn't really understand what it was. Captain Commando, phenomenal game. Knights of the Round is pretty good. It felt to me kind of like an upgrade of the King of Dragons. Oh, George is back. Here are your, here are the Joy-Cons. The buttons, left stick is move, and I think it's Y is attack, B is jump.
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. There's not a lot. We'll open up the commands just to make sure. And then finishing off, we've got Knights of the Round, which felt like King of Dragons. Tenchio Kudao 2 is this great. It kind of feels like Final Fight or Knights of the Round, but it's got a Romance of the Three Kingdoms vibe to it. You've then got Powered Gear, which is a really great like mobile suit fighting game, and then Battle Circuit, which is really good. I think the MVP of all of these is probably Captain Commando, although I really enjoyed Power Gear and Battle Circuit. Let's see, Dazriel's saying it's a great little collection. I double dipped on Switch and PS4, and I can completely understand. It is that good of a collection.
Let it be known that the camera is in the way for me. So from
Oh,
that,
well.
that's the
Okay.
that's the reason.
All right,
also
hold
I
on.
have
Can
to
you-
be haggard.
Can you hit start? Hold on. All right. Yeah, there we go.
Am I blue?
Yeah, you're blue. All right, I'm gonna be Cody. What? Oh, I want to look at the controls real quick. All right, let's look at the controls. Can I pause? Oh, there we go. All right, controller settings. Nope. Let's see.
Yeah,
How
that
to
was
play.
fine.
How to play. All right, so attack, jump, jump into an attack. Attack and jump is the mega rush, mega crush.
Okay.
Excuse me, and then you can also throw.
What was throw?
Throw is you have to move and then use attack. So you basically just walk up to someone and then you
Oh,
grab
actually.
onto them and then you throw them. You use jump and attack at the same time to do your mega crush, but that
Yeah.
takes a little bit of health away from you.
Okay, yeah, I've got. Well, now we've already spent. Yeah, so let's see.
Yeah, let's see if it evens out. What other collections are there for the Switch that I'd like to get? Well, the ones I have are I have this, and I have the two Psycho shooting collections. I picked those up. The other ones that I'd really like to get would be, the Castlevania collection would be really great. The Namco collection does sound pretty cool, although I think I actually already have all of those
This
games
is
for the
what we can't
Famicom.
play games together straight away.
I didn't punch you. What are you talking about? I wasn't even.
As soon as we walked in the room, you punched me.
I was nowhere near close to you. You're just trying to build a narrative of how I'm bad at video games, and I can do that for myself.
No,
Thank you
it's
very
not that
much.
you're bad at video games, it's that you don't care about the second player when you play video games. That's really narrative.
Well, I also don't play multiplayer games.
Yeah,
Like I don't play anything online.
Yeah, it's not like you have a girlfriend.
No, I don't play online games because usually it's just people being racist. Is my experience, especially in PUBG.
Oh, I just don't like guns, so I don't really play any games that have guns.
Yeah.
I will play like I play Freedom Wars or whatever, but like usually they have a melee option. Guns that are mostly guns I don't do.
Oh, the Darius Cosmic Collection. I think you've got that for the Vita, right?
What, Darius Collection?
The Cosmic Collection.
I don't think it's the Cosmic Collection, but it is the Darius Collection.
Okay, so many dudes. So you're taking care of the boss right now?
Yeah.
I'll stick to the left then and do the ads.
Same.
Nope. Watch out for Baldy.
Oh, I lost the line.
It definitely feels like there's more dudes
Yeah, there might be.
in the co-op. You gonna get him? You gonna get him? There you go. There you go. Done. Yeah, it's just that when you drop him, he has to go through the stand-up animation before they die.
Do you like JN Oh, JP, YouTuber, Vegeta. His comment looks like a shoebox full of Famicom games.
Oh, so Fujita, I first saw him in this Japanese magazine, or this, like, it was a booklet, or like a MOOC, some people would call it. It's a magazine book. It was a guide to, I don't know, but it was about collecting for the Famicom, and it showed, or it's the Super Famicom, I can't remember, but it showed the inside of this guy's apartment, and it's very clear that Fujita has a hoarding problem. And I don't mean how, like, I have a hoarding problem with collecting video games. I mean, like, a legit, his apartment is not, it is not livable. It is just stacks on stacks, and I'm not talking about, like, organized or anything. It's,
I thought you were gonna just die then. I was like,
it's not
300 yen.
It's not organized in any way, and he has, like, I think the one that stood out to me was that he's got like 6 copies of Final Fantasy V for, like, no reason. Like, they're all the same. He has, like, an actual compulsive problem.
Yeah,
And
no, I mean, I've told you, I don't want to say his name now, but I'm big in the big community on Twitter, and I have a Twitter friend, and he has a problem. I think he's a problem. I think everyone else.
Nope, I got choked out.
That, like, his local game store calls him every time a video game comes in, because he, like, feels he has to save.
And they know a good mark.
And, like, I don't know, like, he has so many copies of the same video games, he just buys them. He says he told me he literally feels sorry for him.
Robert Torres, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're playing, so he's asking if we're playing this on the Switch. Yes, this is the Switch version. And, like, the thing with gets me with the Fujita is that Japanese media, or, like, Japanese reporting, is just so uncritical that, like, no one's ever gonna question that, like, why does this crazy person, like,
But,
have...
is he famous?
I'd say he's, like, in the community, in the collecting community in Japan. Yeah, he's probably famous. I think he's been on a couple of TV programs. I'd say he'd have the fame of, like, a B-tier YouTube celebrity.
Not as famous as
Oh, no, because Areno's, like, a proper comedian.
Yeah.
And not, like, Takahashi Meijin. He was just some guy who was famous for being really good at playing Famicom games. Kind of like, did you ever know, like, Howard and Nestor? There was Howard the Game Master, who was this guy who was just really good at playing games.
Is Nestor like the Nez?
Yes, Nestor was like a little kid, and then Howard was like his like pal in the comics, but he was like also a real dude who would do marketing stuff for the NES. Now this is gonna be tough. How should we handle this? Should I stay on the bottom?
Yeah.
All right. And then I think, yeah, if we just keep our back to the wall, if we just keep punching. Let's see. Hey, Jay Contra. Robert is asking, I've been wanting to ask you and keep forgetting to. What are your thoughts on the Polymega, and are you getting one? Oh, I know I've heard of it.
Is it the Game Boy one? I've seen a lot of them.
No, that is oh, who does that? That's Analog. That's Analog NT's doing that one. Robert, you're gonna have to remind me what exactly the Polymega is. Is it like a FPGA where you can, it's multiple systems? I know I've heard about it. I just can't remember for the life of me, like what it specifically is. But to answer your question directly, no, I don't think I'll be getting it. I think that, like, the Analog stuff, all those rebuilds of consoles are really cool. But I don't really see myself needing, like, the HDMI out stuff that they're doing. So, collections aside, like when you're like really just emulating games, when I want to play the original stuff on original hardware, I want to play it on a CRT.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Dazriel's saying, a mate of mine used to collect copies of Shadow Dancer on Japanese Mega Drive. I'm sure he had about 5 or 6 boxed copies of it. So with this guy, you gotta, walk up and grab him. Don't attack him, because he, like, doesn't... physical attacks, like, do no damage to him.
What about jumping and hitting?
That will stop him from attacking you, but it won't do that much damage. And the trick is, so with him, what you gotta do is you gotta, like, stay parallel to him. And then you gotta come down from him. There you go, yeah. Or you can just wail on him like that, yeah.
See, I thought I was doing it right there.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. You gotta grab him first. Oh no, you're not doing too bad though.
Hey, I'm doing better than you.
What are you talking about?
I'm not doing so bad. I've used less continues than you. I've done more damage to him
Hey,
than you.
I'm taking the hits for this team.
Oh sure.
The reason you're not taking so much damage is because I'm the one. I'm blocking.
Guys, type 1
That's
in
a-
the chat if I'm a better player, but I'm hacker. Type 2 if John's a better player. Use code.
Megalong saying this stage is a perfect representation of the New York subway. I have to fight like this 5 days a week on the way to work and back. I have experienced the New York subway, and I gotta say well, I wasn't facing it at like 9 o'clock in the morning, but I thought it was fine when I did it. It was definitely a lot. I thought it was better than the train I had to take into Tokyo. Like, my God, that was awful. Here we go. See, oh, here it is. Here it comes. Just gonna take a little break. Wait for it.
Oh my God!
He's very sad.
I'm trying to figure out how to integrate that into my videos, as well as the uncompressed version of "Can't let you do that, Star Fox."
Oh yeah.
Star Wolf. That's the guy. See, oh, choked out. I got choked out. You gotta grab Andre. You gotta grab him.
Well, see,
Oh, shoot.
Like, this is what I'm on about.
No, he grabbed me. See, you just automatically assume
Yeah, she's wailing on me, which she is.
If I make this full screen, will that stop it from blacking out? I'm trying to keep a hold of the chat, but for some reason
You're
my...
like, you have one dude, and I'm holding off 5 at the side, and you're like, oh yeah, sorry.
I'm reading chat at the same time.
I was reading chat at the same time.
See, Bean Soup, welcome back. Glad to see you. Let's see, Robert saying so the Polymega is a retro console that plays PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn, Neo Geo, Sega CD, PC Engine, and so many others. It's an emulation console that also has different modules. Is that any different from the... there was the Retro Freak that came out a few years ago. That actually had some interest to me, especially because I think someone was able to hack it so that you could dump your games. That's something I'm really interested in, being able to dump my games.
Well, the PlayStation Classic, while what it was intended for is bollocks, is a really great emulation device.
Oh, yeah? I see it all over the place when we go to Kex. So if you're not familiar, in the UK, there's a place called Kex, which is sort of like GameStop, but they do exclusively like used electronics and games and media. And pretty much everyone we've been to, some of them will have like the Super NES Classic or the NES Classic, but I think every single one has had the PlayStation Classic.
And every single one also has Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah, but for like
45 pounds.
45 pounds. So what's that, like $60?
Yeah.
Whoa, wow!
Oh, there's 3 now?
Yeah, there's 3. Normally it's just 2. Oop, nope. And the real shame is, I wish I kind of now had picked it up or in America, because I think they were like on clearance for like $20. Whereas in the UK, I think they're like 40, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think people realised it's worked as an emulation.
Yeah, but I've got a Raspberry Pi anyways, So you can turn that into a retro system quite easily. But I think the other thing is that the thing with using a Raspberry Pi as a retro system is that I just don't think that the Linux versions of these emulators are getting the same amount of updates as the ones for Windows or for Mac.
That is so unfair how they, like, pick you off the ground. Like,
Yeah.
what are you meant to do about that?
I think, so the trick is I can't, unless you can juggle them all at the same time, it's very difficult for me to properly throw them. Like, oh, see, yeah, sorry. We got them done. But yeah, so Robert, as to whether I would buy the Polymega or not, I think it is cool being able to sort of, if there was one device that you could play all of your retro systems on, that would be cool. But I think, I mean, that would basically just be, for me, when you go to actually playing games on HDMI, I feel like you might as well just be emulating at that point. That's just my weird, like, personal thing about it. If that's what you want, then go ahead. It makes total sense. But my feeling is that if I'm going to be using the original hardware, I'm going to want to play it on a CRT. Or if I'm going to be playing on an HD TV. But then you get to the things that, like, the games that are sort of, like, unemulatable. Like, especially, like, the thing about, like N64 clone systems or trying to play N64 games when you emulate them is that half of them don't even work properly. And the other half that do, there are, like, compromises that you have to make. Whereas if, like, for me, like, I want to record, like, the gameplay from these systems. So yeah, maybe at that point it would be worth getting some kind of HDMI box, but I don't know if an FPGA is ever going to be able to do the N64. So I have been looking into, like, HDMI solutions for the N64, but then because I have the Elgato, I don't really even need that because the Elgato will just convert it anyways. Because that's really what a lot of these I know, who is it, like, RetroTink? I think they make these, like, external boxes that will convert because really the only way to get true RGB signal out of a system, aside from, like, what, the Super Nintendo and the Neo Geo, which output RGB natively, is you've got to do some soldering to the board to get that RGB signal out. And then if you're just doing post-processing, then I've got my old, like, Elgato that I'll be using until it dies, and I can just play games using that. Oh. Yeah, this is like the worst. This is the worst part of the game, I gotta say. This is the worst, like, fight. Because you can kind of stay in here. You can stay, there's, like, a little safe zone. And yeah, even then, it's not so safe. Come on, come on. See, Dazriel saying, CRT for life, although I've got a Framemeister in case the Trinitron packs in. Yeah, that's the thing, is that what I've been trying to do here is, thankfully in America, my parents have kept one of their CRTs, and then my grandpa still has his CRT. So yeah, if one craps out, I'll have access to another. I still hate that I had to give up my my PVM, my monitor, back in Japan, but it just didn't make financial sense. It's too heavy. It wouldn't have survived shipping. I didn't want to carry that thing all the way back to the UK. And so now here in the UK, I'm on the lookout. Now we do have a car. Actually, I did sort of give up on the search because I want to focus on the modern stuff for a while. But I do want to get a CRT here. The trick is, when you're in the UK, you have to find one that can do both PAL and NTSC. Because I want the NTSC for the Japanese games.
I think your thing has Joy-Con drift and stuff.
I don't think so.
Because like then I couldn't move.
Elite, when I have it, is Joy-Con drift, does it happen when it's attached to the system?
Yeah.
Because I've never, when I was playing Bloodstained, I had no problems playing it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, it might have just been that the connection was broken out. I don't
Oh,
know.
with that? No, with that, it's because of the, it's just the animation. It's when you...
No, but it made me walk to the edge before you killed everyone.
Really?
Yeah, it was making me do this, like this.
Hmm.
Only I'm doing it.
That might have been a bug.
I think it might be the connection went out.
Possible. Oop. It is Wales after all.
No, I mean the connection between the Switch and the controllers.
Well, no. So, in West Virginia, back when I was a kid and playing GameCube, I had a Wavebird. And when I was in West Virginia, it was almost impossible to use the Wavebird just because of the way the mountains, like, mess with your... although it's different because I think that's Bluetooth. And the Wavebird is RF, I think. And Wavebirds are like $70 now. It's crazy. Like, I wish I had bought them when they were cheap. Oh, my God. Oh, sorry.
I don't mind in this because we have unlimited lives and Streets of Rage really does hack me off because when you die, you die.
I think it's going to be best if you chase after him because you've got the best damage in terms of...
Yeah, much slower.
You've got the best damage not only for punching but for grabbing as well. And I don't want to get...
Haggar's sick. Look at this. Sick. Oh. Haggar is sick.
Use the, if you use his, shadow.
What about using shit?
So the easiest way to track, and this is true of a lot of 16-bit games, is the easiest way to track enemies as they're jumping or coming out of the air is to follow their shadow. So here you do the jump kicks.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a bonus.
So take the bottom.
Yeah, I know. I can't see the shadow of where I am. There's one more there.
Yeah, well.
I didn't know we were in a bonus.
I'm just saying I didn't have any problems when I was doing that one, or at least I
failed.
I got to the last one though.
Still failed.
Megalong saying you have a lot of copycat channels like Hard Off Officers, Kid Shoryuken, and Retro Moments. Well, I mean, Retro Moments is doing the Lord's work out in Nagoya. Kid Shoryuken, he's got more subscribers than I do. Although I don't know who was first because, I mean, I started the channel back in 2012, and I think the first Hard Off video was like in 2015. I know Hard Officers.
When we started dating, I remember that.
No, the first Hard Off video was, I think, later than that.
Filming.
I don't...
Started dating.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
So it might have been like.
Quirrell's welcome to the stream. Yes, the OG. I mean, look, it's a very easy formula, and I actually think I stole it from... there was the real inspiration was, I think, someone from like Australia was doing like a travel vlog. They went to Japan and just like they put a GoPro on, they attached a GoPro, mounted it to themselves, and like showed themselves walking through a Hard Off. And there's actually the real OG is Luke Morse. Like he was doing Hard Off walkthroughs like back in like 2011.
To be fair, when we started, it was more like translated Wii U games or
Yeah.
Doing footage of them for the Western release, or like that.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any viewership in that anymore because games are just being released simultaneous now.
Yeah.
Like it's really a rare. It's a huge RPG that would takes a year to localize. Like Persona, because Persona Scramble, Persona 5 took a while for it to get localized. Even I think it's Persona 5 Scramble actually out in the US.
Oh, I don't know.
In Japan, it came out as I was leaving. I almost considered doing a Let's Play of it.
Was that on Switch? I can't remember now.
I think it was. Like, strangely enough, Persona 5 never got a Switch release. But
they're talking that it might. I don't know though.
I mean, it probably could. Like, it got a PS3 version. It didn't have a Switch version. And
I played it on the PS3 when I played it. So it was PS4
and especially when like the next Switch comes out, that'll be, oh god, there's another $300 I'm not gonna get back.
What, are you gonna buy the Switch Pro?
If there's a next Switch that comes out, which I wonder how
You mean a
Nintendo.
Switch 2? See, look, now I can move.
It seems kind of spotty though, and it's not really consistent.
Most of the time it's working, but sometimes I lose control.
And it might not. It might just be the game. Because I like, at least when I played Bloodstained, I never had a problem using those controllers when mounted to the system.
Our friend
If that makes a
Lauren the other
difference.
day, she tweeted like, sometimes when I don't touch the stick, it goes all the way to the left. She'd never heard of Joy-Con drift.
And I cannot believe it hasn't happened to me yet, because those are like, that's an original Switch. That's like a launch Windows Switch.
It hasn't happened to me either, but I was playing TiVo or Francisco, so I know it
It
definitely
happens, yeah,
exists,
yeah.
But I don't know how we've been playing it, but it wasn't that old.
Because, well, and that's the other thing, is that I haven't played the Switch like all that much, really. Like, as hard as I like, when I looked for the Switch, I had the craziest story, like, trying to find that Switch. Like, the Switch had come out, and it was, like, sold out across Japan. I actually went on a big trip around Saga. I, like, went to, like, 5 different stores. I went to this place called Gayo in Japan, which is sort of like GameStop. I went to, like, 5 different ones. They didn't have any. I went to Toys R Us. Toys R Us in a shopping mall in Japan. They had, like, 3 Switches. And that's when I got Breath of the Wild. I don't know. I've got a lot of like YouTube ambitions, but something I'm thinking about doing is opening like a Japanese review channel just to keep my Japanese up, because I don't speak it to anybody anymore.
I mean, we could speak Japanese to each other.
But I feel like that would then do like third language confusion for you, because you're doing your French.
Yeah, but I still need to keep all my languages nice. The more you practice each of them, the better they each get.
Oh yeah, because I just remember when I started out, I had a heck of a time.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, sorry. It's just
Didn't even need
there you
help.
go, there you go, there you go.
I'm gonna die now, so thanks.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna keep it there for you.
That's also why I'm gonna just take it now. You were full health and you took 2 more health.
Well, because it was just a reflex, because I'm so used to playing in first-person mode.
So
that I would
used
just
to
go
being
for it.
selfish.
Yes, yes.
And that is why I get annoyed with Exactly.
Well, to be fair, the last time we played Streets of Rage together was like 5 years ago. I feel like I've changed since then. Oh, there I am. There I am. Whoop. Hagar is so good. I love Hagar. Is it Hagar or Hagar? See, Dad's Real saying he bought a launch GameCube at Toys R Us in Ikebukuro back in the day. Dad's Real, are you still in Japan? Come on, come on. Man, so that would have been 01. Oh, that would have been 9/11. Uh-oh. No, it wasn't 9/11. I think it was like...
when 9/11 hit Japan, I remember that.
Yeah, like it was like 9/12 or 9/13. It was like the launch of the GameCube in Japan will always be colored by the fact that it was 9/11 adjacent. If it wasn't the actual day itself. That was crazy. Like that was peak. Like if I could go back to Japan at like any recent time period, it would definitely be, I think, the early 2000s. Like I feel like that was when, like,
Surely the 80s.
no, because I mean the 80s would have been cool, but I feel like the early 2000s, like basically like 2000, like 05, 06, that's like peak Japan owns video games, the best anime are coming out. It's like the weird time where like smartphones haven't come out yet, so they haven't ruined life. Social media hasn't ruined everything yet.
Yeah, like I'm playing. They look like smartphones. I don't know. I'm playing Color X Malice at the moment, which is a couple of years old, and people are just texting each other all the time. I don't know.
See, Dazro saying, no, the first time he went was back then. I went to the week after 9/11 from the UK. So wait, you were traveling on a plane after 9/11, the week after, my dude? Was that just unfortunate timing of a trip to Japan? I'm surprised they were even letting planes fly at that point, but maybe it's different from the UK. Like, I'm pretty sure in America, like, just all planes were grounded for like a month. I think you got the best way to damage him is to grab him.
Well, we can do okay.
Yeah, we're doing all right. He isn't charged at anybody.
Yeah, because I'm getting him. That's why I'm doing all the work.
You're not doing all of the work. I'm punching him. See, I just threw him. I just killed him.
If I was keeping up with the minions right
Oh my god. So Dazriel, his first experience flying was a week after 9/11. That is hardcore. That was rough. Like so I was I was pretty young and I wasn't really in any cuz I was a kid, so I wasn't flying at that time. Like, what was it like? Do you have any like memory of that flight? Like what was it like being on a plane? Cuz
I was on a plane soon after 9/11. It wasn't
Oh yeah, where were you going?
just like France.
Oh, George, flying to France.
Yeah, like these really posh places like Chelsea,
Yeah.
French area.
The weirdest experience I think probably maybe even the both of us have had flying was when we flew from Japan to here during the Corona times. It was actually kind of nice, weird enough
Yeah.
as it is to say, because just nobody was on the plane.
It was empty. We had loads of seats.
Yeah, it was like we were on, just a regular like 747. It's like 3 seats on the side, 3 seats in the middle, 3 seats on the right. And like nobody, it was like 5 people on the whole airplane. It was the only time I've ever been able to actually have a good sleep on a plane because I was able to lay down in the middle row. And everyone's wearing a mask. Everyone's like, just we're all in this together. Let's just make it through. Let's just do it.
What are you doing again?
Yeah, this is the final stage, I think. Dazuro saying his friend bailed on him, flying on his own to Tokyo. Man, so what was it like in Tokyo in like 2001? Like,
Yeah, because that's been 10 years before us.
that would have been 10 years before us, and that was 10 years before the tourism boom really started. Like no joke, like in the time that we were in Japan, tourism had went up
Yeah, oh, yeah.
like 400%. And
like
so
Kyoto became
I remember I went to Tokyo I think the first year that I was there, and it sucked then. And then I think I went a couple of years ago, and it was just unbearable. Like, I would not, honestly, I would say go to Tokyo for like a day, or Kyoto for a day, and then just never go back.
It's unbearable, like really, it's awesome.
The thing is, you kind of like have to go because it's got some like, it's incomparable.
I just wouldn't go.
That's the thing. It's like if we were in Japan now, like this is when you got to do your traveling because, like Kyoto
All
is.
the white pigs have gone over.
Oh yeah, all the foreigners. I mean, it's not just white pigs. Like it's a lot of Chinese people,
Japanese
Japanese tourists. But I think it's just a huge explosion of East Asian tourism as well. Like just the sheer numbers. Japan was just not built to have a huge amount of people there, and they just have not created systems to actually deal with the amount of people that go to Japan. And I'm really interested to see what'll happen like next year when Japan finally opens back up. Like I wonder if we end up going at the end of March, beginning of April,
Yeah, I
what
don't
it's
know
gonna
about
be
that.
like.
Project.
Well, I'll go.
You can go, yeah.
I'll go. I'll see if I can actually do some shopping. Might do some commissions. We'll see. There's definitely a couple of Pokemon sets I need to get that I know are going to be worth money. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Dazriel saying when he went to Japan his first time, there was no entertainment. So, like, what do you even do? Like, today, like, I always, like, back up. Like, I've got, like, an iPad that's, like, full of Netflix shows that I've downloaded on it. I've got books. And then I end up just watching movies on the screen in front of me. So all of that backup is even unnecessary. But back then, like, I guess you play a Game Boy? Like, is that it?
I went to Australia when I was 10, and yeah, there was one TV screen like that.
Oh my god, yeah, like a bus.
Yeah, like a bus, yeah. It was alright. I was cool though.
See, Desriel remembers going to Akihabara on the subway and not being able to find it for the return journey. I lost the entire subway. Oh my god, yeah. So, well, at least you made it to Akihabara. I mean, that's probably worth getting lost. But that's, yeah, with like no phone back and you don't know any Japanese. There's no internet, really. Oh my god.
Well, before smartphones, I was in Nagoya actually.
Oh yeah? When was this? Oh, back in like 2012?
Yeah, I think we were dating at the time. I distinctly remember us dating, I think. But I was just travelling a bit. Do you remember I did that bit of travelling and I met with you?
Vaguely.
Anyway, yeah, and I was in Nagoya and I was just cycling around for like cycling. And I just went into a Kombi and I said, which direction's west? And they said, what are you trying to find? And I said, I'm just trying to go west. They didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, they understood my Japanese, they didn't understand why I was just going
The
west.
concept of just going west.
I knew that the town was, like, Nagoya Center was west, but, like, I wasn't really trying to go anywhere specific.
Desiro carried a watch and a calculator to work out the exchange rates. But that was, oh my god, like Akihabara in 2001, that's, you could have, like, what retro games did you buy? Because some of that shit is worth like thousands of dollars today. Like back then, like think of like Rendering Ranger, that was probably like 50 bucks, like completed box back then. But then again, how would you even know what Rendering Ranger was? That's the other thing is that I don't.
You never know. Like Trip Wheels for the Game Boy is like, you know, over $500 now, but
Yeah.
like no one raised about that game.
Yeah, I think that's another thing is that there's no possible way you could have been informed as now as back in 2001. There's just no way you could have known like what
See, your
the.
problem is, Dave, sorry, that you go
What?
forward way too fast, and that's why we get scored.
I think
You've
we
gotta
just.
move forward much slower, because yeah, otherwise it gets pretty hairy.
I think it's.
Yeah, maybe, but.
Well, I think there's that, but also that the enemies just will stay off screen. So I just
Yeah,
want
but
to be
you've
like.
gotta just kill the ones on this side of the screen then. I know there wasn't any just then, but you just always keep walking forward. So that's why
Yeah,
you die so often.
perhaps.
Just saying, and also you're dragging me into that mess.
I don't think we've died. I think we have saved some credits on this.
Oh, I don't know.
I haven't been
It's
keep-
twice the amount of credit.
I haven't been keeping track though.
No, I haven't either. I think it's good. But there's more enemies to start.
Oh my god, dude. So Dazriel's saying he's got some flyers with the cheaper prices. I would love for you to scan those or like take pictures of them. I would love to see what some of those old prices are.
Oh, is this it?
After this is the boss, yeah.
And also, like, yeah, you just walk past all these drums, you don't crack them open. Like, what is this?
I'm just playing it on hard mode because I'm an ultra gamer.
No, you're just a noob. See, like, look at this! Why? Why would you do that?
What?
You're moving forward way, way too fast. You know that, right?
I'm just moving. I'm moving. I'm moving and shaking.
Yeah, but that's not how you play.
We're doing okay, all things considered.
But we could have done a lot better, is what I'm saying.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think you are overestimating the impact that the movement left or right has.
You are completely incorrect. This is one of the main points of this game. I cannot even begin to start with how incorrect you are.
This is what I have to deal with every day.
If you ever took my advice on anything, from washing up to cooking to anything, then this conversation.
Look, it's pointing at us to go right.
Yeah, now. Like, see, that's when you stop in it there.
All right, I'm stopped.
Oh, okay.
It's not the Joy-Con
Yeah,
drift,
so
is it?
now go get your meal.
Oh.
Bloody hell, see, I shouldn't have to tell you that. Okay, yeah, no.
Oops, sorry.
He's got his babe on his
Yeah.
chair.
Th- See, this is where we can double team him. We can do real well because then he can't escape.
But he just jumped straight out of it.
Yeah, you can't grab him. You just gotta punch.
But he jumped, yeah, that's my point. He just jumped straight away.
See, yeah, you got him. You got him. Come on, come on.
Ooh,
Ooh woo. Come on. Do you want to take him and I'll take the ads, or do you want me to take him?
I mean, just do whatever, I think.
There we go. Done.
Round two.
Let's see. Dazrio picked up a complete harmful part for 18 pounds. Wow.
There we go.
Woo!
My eyes hurt now because I'm wearing my
Yeah.
glasses. Can't see anything.
Woo! Yeah, I think, let's see, that's 2 playthroughs. I think we were pretty successful. So I think, yeah, it's getting close to bedtime here in the UK. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. And I think there's not much. Oh, Hammy! Let's have a little reveal. Let's bring the cat on. Come, pussycat. Come, pussycat. Here's the kitty cat. Yes. Oh,
He
Hammy.
wants to go.
Oh, Hammy. There's Hammy, the kitty cat. Goodbye, Hammy. Oh. Yes, our cat is very sleepy. And I think running twice through Final Fight is pretty sufficient.
Yeah, we did co-op.
Yeah, so I think I would like to stream tomorrow as well, where we'll do, I think probably for the next few streams, just going to be doing Capcom Collection stuff. Then my sort of ambition, and especially if you're here 2 hours in, you might appreciate this, but I think my ambition right now is for the streams is I'm going to run through all of my Switch games. Whether or not that actually happens will remain to be seen, because I'm still trying to catch up doing the video reviews of like expensive Super Famicom games as well as doing all the 1990 games. So to give myself some breathing room, I'm just going to be doing first my Switch collections of the games that I have, then we'll be doing some modern stuff. If that's not enough to catch up, then we'll move over to some PS4 stuff. But by then, that'll probably be around the time that I'm going back to America. So I'll be able to switch over to the consoles that I have there. For the meanwhile, this is going to be it. Thanks to everyone for talking in the stream. No Bean Soup. We were not playing on the Mega CD. We were playing on the Switch. Programming note, stuff that's coming up. I've got... Let's see, I'm doing more collection videos. That'll be up tomorrow. I think as the stream was happening, I released my review of ActRaiser. A couple...
Razor.
ActRaiser, I believe is how it's pronounced. Then also coming up is tomorrow? No, tomorrow is a collection video. Today is Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesday's collection video. Thursday will be retrospective of Rendering Ranger R2. And then on Sunday, there's going to be another shopping video. Shopping videos will be coming up every Sunday, of course. And then I'm trying to do a thing where hopefully I'll be able to get some more videos out over the coming weeks. So that's going to be it for now. Again, thanks to everyone for being in the chat and for watching the stream.
Thanks to your lovely mistress
Yes,
for
thanks to
playing with
George
you.
for her commentary as well for playing as Hagar. We cleared the game, and if she would like to play tomorrow, she is welcome to.
Yeah, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
we'll
the
see.
game,
Just
so
just
whatever.
depending on how you feel. But yeah, so tomorrow it'll be, what was it, like Revenge of the Dragon, something involving a dragon. That's it for now.
He gets upset sometimes because, like, crossed swords are so much better than you getting up. So,
First of all, as if. Second of all, that was like 5 years ago. So
he did get pretty upset.
maybe. So anyway, your man out of Japan, Jay Contra. Thanks for watching, and mahalo.